Hi everybody, this is Jamal from Jayz Internet Solutions. Welcome to another episode of Jayz TV. Today's episode is called Efficiency and Effectiveness. Okay, so this week we're going to talk about how the web should help our lives and how it should make us better in what we do and not sort of consume our time. Okay, because the purpose of life is not to sort of have a stressful job and have your job and your work take over your life and then sort of be unhappy at the end of all of it. It's our work should sort of make us happy day to day. It's it's a common phrase that entrepreneurship is a journey, it's not a goal. Okay, so every day you have to enjoy the process. Okay, it doesn't make sense to be miserable every day because you're running after some goal, because most likely when you get to the goal you'll either say, is this all there is, or the goalpost would have moved. Okay, so today we're going to talk about efficiency and effectiveness, and we are going to look at this book from Tim Ferriss called The 4-Hour Work Week. Tim Ferriss is a life hacker. Okay, so he basically looks at different aspects of life and tries to tweak them in order for us to sort of live better lives. So this book is about working 4 hours a week. I think that it would be difficult for me to sort of manage that, to work only 4 hours per week. But he actually does it and explains in the book how he does it. And he's writing another book which is about to be published about health and weight matters. So he's quite into hacking different components of life. And he has a bit of he has a section here called being effective versus being efficient. Okay, and he says that effectiveness is doing the things that get you closer to your goals. Okay, so that's being effective. And then efficiency is performing a given task, whether important or not, in the most economical manner possible. Okay, so sometimes we are efficient, right? Like checking email, for one example. We might be very efficient in checking our email every morning when we sort of get to the office or get to our desk, and that's not necessarily effective. Actually, Tim Ferriss would go on in another part of the book. He says that email you should check twice a day, okay, at most, he says. And he says at 11 a.m. and at 3 p.m. Okay, so when you get into the office, you don't check your email. You first do sort of the big task that you have for the day, and then check your email at 11, and then again late in the afternoon. Now, all of us, including myself, we check email every 2 minutes. Okay, and we have Blackberries and iPhones now, so the emails are following us. And Vodacom at the bottom of the BlackBerry email, you will have a message called by Vodacom which says let your email find you, something like that. And that makes us feel efficient, makes us feel on top of things, but it's not necessarily the right way to do it. Okay, and it's a culture change, because we've been so used to email over the last couple of years that we still check. Even myself, I'm sort of a victim of this myself, that I check email the first thing because I want to know if there's anything important that I have to attend to. However, when you do check your email, you always find things that aren't urgent, but you respond to them. Okay, and then it's sort of you have to do something to sort of action that email or whatever, but your focus is shifted. Okay, and that's not a good thing. Even last night, a friend of mine on Facebook, her Facebook status was that I keep telling myself not to check email at night because it raises my anxiety level. So she obviously got an email at night which caused some anxiety for her, but she could only action or do something about it the next day. So that happened. So we have to sort of be rather effective where email is concerned and not efficient, because all of us are efficient where email is concerned. Okay, so we're checking email all the time, but I actually tried this once where for a couple of days I did not check email in the morning. I started those few days I checked email only at 11 o'clock, and I was actually more productive on those days. Okay, but it's a culture thing, and even myself, I still check now. At the moment, I check email early in the morning. Basically, if I'm not at my desk, if I'm on the road early in the morning, I'll check it on my phone. And this is the culture thing that we're in. So let's go on to what Tim Ferriss says here. He says, doing something unimportant well does not make it important. Okay, so checking email properly and well and in an efficient manner doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing what's important. Okay, requiring a lot of time does not make a task important. Okay, so we're going to talk a bit more about things like this in the next couple of episodes, but basically we should focus on doing what is very important, and we should sort of allow ourselves to let other things sort of go by the wayside in order to make our lives more effective, okay, not just efficient. And we want to get the most out of our lives, and this book is all about that. Tim Ferriss says in this book, and in another video that I saw of him, he says that he doesn't buy much material stuff, right? He spends all his money on travel and on eating. He likes to experience different type of foods from different countries, and he travels the world and he does stuff. He experiences stuff. He experiences life, and I think that's a good sort of focus to have, so that nothing of your life is wasted. Okay. He also said here. He says here, what you do is infinitely more important than how you do it. Okay, so it's what you do, how you sort of achieve things, how you experience things, and not necessarily how you do it, the efficiency part of it. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. There's a ton in this book about how to be a more effective person, and the web can help us be more effective, but conversely can also sort of suck our time. And now we have all these smartphones, so email is with us all the time, but that's not necessarily a good thing. Okay, so even if we have our email with us on our mobile, we should sort of set times when we check our email. Okay, so I hope that that makes sense for today. We will talk about these type of things for this week. This is Jamal from Jayz Internet Solutions signing off. Until we meet again, crush it.